joined by the winner of the Ondo State Governorship Election 2024, the candidate of the All Progressives Congress APC, and incumbent governor of Ondo State, His Excellency Lucky Aiyedatiwa. It's a pleasure having you on the program tonight.
Thank you, Sean, for having me.
And I guess congratulations is in order. Congratulations on your victory.
Thank you.
Let me begin by asking you, how does this victory come to you, though?
Well, this is victory for the people of Ondo State, because it is the citizens of Ondo State that has made a choice of whom they want to govern them for the next 4 years. For me, it is a choice that the entire citizens made. I did not put myself in this position, but the people made that choice. So for me, all thanks to the people of Ondo State for choosing me to be their governor. It's a mandate that has just been renewed for me by the people. Don't forget that I'm already a sitting governor, and we have seen sitting governors that have lost an election go into another election for a renewal of tenure that have lost before now. Examples abound in other states. Even in Ondo State here, we have seen that before. But this time around, the people have just made a history, through their votes by renewing that mandate for me to continue to be their governor beyond 2025.
Do you think you are just lucky that you bear as a name? Or you think this is some spiritual or some hard work, political hard work? Well, I have a feeling that you have some spiritual side to you. Do you? Are you just a lucky man or what?
Sure. Well, like the Yoruba will say that there's something to a name. So if you believe that, yes, I'm named. I was born and named these names. I did not name myself. Maybe my parents saw some things ahead of time that make them to, give me those names. But I have to also bear my name by the things that I do.
So that you can be lucky.
Yeah, by the things that
You've always been lucky.
Well, I've always been favored. Lucky, favor, fortunate. They can mean almost same thing, but you have to live it or bear your name, the true name. So by the things that you do, the training you get, the character that is from the conduct, and then the vision that you have, all of this put together will just sometimes make you to bear that name, so that by the time they call you now, they see what you do and what you have attained. Then people will begin to wonder that, okay, no wonder. His name even speaks for him. So many things are happening together. And if you say, if I have a spiritual side to myself, we're all spiritual beings. From my faith, I'm a Christian. It is the Spirit of God that made all of us. The Bible tells me that, we are the works of his hand. So if God is a spirit and he's made us in his likeness and an image, then we are spirit too. So there's the spiritual aspect of me, if you want to know. Yes.
It's interesting, though, because I've seen your name being used in this campaign. Orimisan, Aiyedatiwa, and Lucky. Those three, either by coincidence or what, can you tell us what does that mean? It doesn't sound like a straightforward Yoruba language, but what do they mean, Orimisan and Aiyedatiwa?
Well, the part of Southwest geopolitical zone that I come from, Ondo State, we have our own native dialect. Apart from Lucky being an English name, meaning Orimisan as well, Orire if you like, or somebody, if you look at the literary meaning of Lucky, somebody who is fortunate or lucky, favored if you like. Now, Orimisan, literally, it means my head is good. That means I have good luck, just like good luck. Jonathan, that's the...
So you are not a good luck.
Yeah, not that good luck if you don't mind. But those are the names that I was given, and then those are my names. Now, if you talk of Aiyedatiwa, literally it means the world is ours. When you say the world is ours, we're not talking about, like I was asking my dad sometimes, the world is ours, and said, when the world is yours, it's not the bad things in this world that you carry. When you say the world is ours, Aiyedatiwa means those of us that are living, that are alive, that we are the one enjoying the good things in the world, because the dead have no part, in their fears of the world. Aiyedatiwa. And also, not only that, also it means that the good things of this world belong to those of us who are alive living. So you have opportunity to do so much to own, the world, as it were. So.
Interesting. And I see the way that some of your political spinners spinned it in such a way that it became an easy ride for them in the campaign, and they use Oremison, Aiyedatiwa, and Lucky. And in fact, I had an interview where someone posted whether or not I'm lucky in an interview before the campaign. So I see the reason why they use all of that, and it does look like it worked for you. Looking at what has happened in the past, history has a huge place to play in politics. When you are on the same ballot with late Governor Rotimi Akeredolu, you guys won by 115 local government areas out of 18.
That's right.
You are winning, or you've won 18 local government out of the 18 local government areas of Ondo State. Did you ever think that that could happen?
You see, nothing is static in this world. Nothing. Even the society itself evolves. So you never can tell sometimes what might come your way tomorrow. You only know about today. Then we're on the same ballot in 2020. The highest local government that was ever won by any party was 15 that we won in 2020. But you also know that record can always be broken, either by the man who set the record or a new entrant. If you want to look at that way, I was on that ballot at that time, so we jointly broke a record. And I have come back to break my own record that both of us set at the time. So it is possible. Anything can happen.
Did you see it coming before the campaign?
Well,
during the campaign?
During the campaign, I saw it coming because of the way the people received us, our program, our campaign, our interaction with the people, and the other political party, their own campaign, and what people say about them. So we weigh both sides. Before the contest, during the campaign, there's this analysis, SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. We apply that, into the campaign, to political, that political game. Let me use that, if I'm allowed to use that word. And we look at all of that. We saw our areas of strength. Okay, is there any weakness in any area? What we need to do, we saw it, and then we buckle up. Opportunities are there for us, and then area of threat. Then we also work, more in that area so that we'll be able to balance everything out, come what may. But when we look at other political parties, for example, they did not cover the entire 18 local government, number one. Two, they were only staying at the capital of the local government. They didn't go into the interior to talk to the people. So, meaning there are some people that they were not reaching out to, and they don't even know them. But for me, first of all, I'm a governor that they have done the campaign before. Not only that, went further beyond the capital city of the local government to the communities. Sometimes you drive from the capital of the local government hours, 1 hour into the interior, the rural area, the farm settlements, promising them this road, we will expand it, we're going to grade it, and the reception, people waiting till night to receive us. All of these added together, I saw the environment where they live. I saw the road. I listened to them and respond to their questions, requests. and they could see genuinity, they could see integrity, they could see forthrightness that one is ready to render service to the people. They believe. And from there on, we begin to see respond. We look at the social media, you see respond, you look everywhere. And also people defecting. Political leaders were leaving the opposition party and joining us. And these are people that, politically in the state that also have followers. All of this put together. And with our engagement with the people, with the traditional institution, the student, the civil society organization, every the civil servants, the local government employees, everyone, we were engaging and we heard them loudly what they were saying.
And you saw that?
I saw that coming.
You saw the victory pathway.
The victory pathway. But at the time also, we're looking at, areas of weakness or threat in this one. The opposition governorship candidate is from SL, the local government. Maybe not, but we tackle him because that is also part of my own federal constituency. And then we look at Idonri, that, the deputy governorship candidate of the opposition party is from there. Let's see what will happen. So we intensify more effort and campaign in those two local governments. Maybe. And along the line, we knew that we're going to crack them because we also, our own followers, political leaders from that local government, they want to make name for themselves, that irrespective of the fact that the candidate of the opposition is coming from that local government, they too want to prove, that they are strong in their local government. For example, my commissioner for lands and housing is from the same community with the PDP governorship candidate in Kiribo in SL, the local government, the same community, the same ward, the same local government. I also have special advisor on gender from that local government. He's a government functionary and one-time chairman of our party, who was an ambassador to the Republic of Togo, also from that same local government. And the other axis, because there are two axes in that side of the local government, the other axis where we have the Ijoarubo, we have leaders from there that also want to prove their mentor that, we can deliver. All of that put together make us to win SL, the local government. And when you come to Idonri, we have a former member of the House of Reps, who the current member representing Idonri local government in the House of Representatives, the 10th Assembly, the 10th House of Representatives, the representative for the 9th Assembly from that place. And there's this rivalry between both of them in terms of who has the largest follower of his people, that has his own people. Don't forget that when he ran in 2019, he ran under SDP, and he won. He defeated both PDP and APC in 2023. But in 2020, we spoke to him to join us in APC. So he has his own group, his followers. He's so strong in that place. We also have the party chairman of APC from Idonri. We have a lot of defection from there that decided to join us because they saw that only Idonri cannot give them the winning, figure. All right. So they decided, some people defected from their party to join us. So that gave us both Idonri and SL to add to areas where we were strong ab initio.
Before I get into issues of governance, because you have been given the mandate again to run the state for 4 years, and it will matter to the people of Ondo State, the prosperity of the state and how their lives and livelihood will be better. And my question will lead us onto a break. I know this is an emotional one, especially for the people of Ondo State, but it's also significant for the man whom you stood side by side with, whom you worked with, whom you who held you by the hand and chose you as his running mate, who died in office. How do you feel on a day as this when you are declared winner and you remember your late principal, Rotimi Akeredolu?
You see, That's a very, very emotional one, like Raleigh said, and it's so painful and sad that he didn't live to see the manifestation of what he himself spoke about. I do refer to him sometimes that the man who saw tomorrow. He knew that I was going to succeed him. He knew, because he wanted me to. And he was ready to give me the full backing. He made several statements at different times relating to this. I don't know if you saw a video clip during sometimes, maybe during impeachment plot or after when he was ill, when some people, because of political interest, put a plot together to get me impeached, because I would say this here because they had certain knowledge that I do have concerning his health, and they believe that if anything should happen at that time, that I will be the immediate beneficiary, I'll become governor. And there are a lot of other people that are interested in that position. It's not anything. Even the former first lady, the wife of the late governor, also mentioned it on one of her own audio tape that if anything happens to Aketi, as we fondly call him, that it's constitutional matter, Lucky will become the governor. So that is on this, is in the air. If you go, you can still see that. All of that was said. But he himself has also mentioned that, on the first day of our inauguration, when we'll be sworn in, for his second time as governor, for my own first time as deputy governor, he made I call it a declaration to the whole world, that my names, speaks volume. That when I was born, I was named Lucky. Am I not lucky now to be a deputy governor? And that I'm named Orimison. That is only the person who is fortunate like me that could become a deputy governor. And my father's name, my surname, spoke volume. Aiyedatiwa, that the word is yours now. You can take it. Opportunities are there for you. That he must come down for me to come up. He repeated that twice. And that he must come down for me to grow up. Maybe I can continue from there. That he has maximum maybe 4 years to spend. And he said that loudly.
So he anointed you?
Yes, by those words, he saw it that he would prefer me to be. Don't forget that we've come a long way since 2012 as one of his political associates. The first time he ran in 2012, I was there coordinating for him, my local government. And in 2016, I was the director of his campaign for the federal constituency and a major contributor to his success during the primary, in terms of mobilization of both human and other resources to ensure that he wins the primary at the time. So we've come a long way. So he knows.
Are you dedicating this victory to him? Or what significance does Aketi's memory hold in this victory?
You see, like I was saying that it's painful that I wasn't there to see this day come to reality, because this has always been his wish for me to succeed him. Because even in the executive council meeting, that's some meetings, he made clear statement that, well, if I can't finish all these projects that we're doing, when Lucky comes, he will complete them. Right there in front of almost 33 executive council members. At different times, he said different things that portray that is a clear, declaration that this is the person I want. But the story of impeachment plot, how they want to get me ousted so that cannot come to be. But the Lord gives and takes, but today is no more. I wish he was present, in that banquet hall when I was declared. A company of other brother governors of his. That would have been really, really good. But God knows better.
Indeed. There are a lot of frayed nerves going into this election. You said a lot of things. Your opposition said stuff. And a lot of, interestingly, it was called the Battle of the Former Deputy Governors. And it was called the Battle of the Boys from the River Rhine. And yet it came out to be so. And you defeated your closest rival with over 200,000 votes. That's a lot. And a lot of people will be angry. A lot of people politically are not satisfied. In fact, there are those who are accusing your political party that largely you bought the votes. How do you react to that?
Yeah, well, the opposition will want to say that they'll have to make excuses for their failure or for their loss, if you like. But for us, it is what we worked for. The people spoke through their votes.
You didn't pay money for votes?
Nope.
You didn't buy votes in your party?
Buying votes?
Maybe your party people bought votes on your behalf. Are you aware?
I'm not aware of any of such. And there won't be any reason to buy votes because Ondo State people they know what they want. They know both of us. Both of us, yes, we served under the same master before now, the late governor, may he so rest in peace. And they knew our relationships, what we with the late principal. When he was there, what he did during governance, and when I was there, they look at our character, our dispositions, our conduct, and our attitude in governance. They could compare both of us.
They see him as more political than you.
He's
more politically savvy than you.
Who said?
And there are those who are surprised that you could even defeat him in this manner. And that perhaps the only reason...
This is a governorship election, not a councillorship election that ends within a ward, or a local government election that was conducted by the governor for all of them and the support of the governor. This is a different election. This is a governorship election. It's not councillorship, neither is it a chairmanship election.
So you are more popular than Agbola Ajayi?
Of course I am.
Are you better than him in terms of the capacity to deliver?
Of course, the people can see. Let me say this. You see, he has run for governorship before against the late governor under Zenith Labour Party. He didn't even win his local government. If he's so popular and he has that kind of followership, he won out of the 10 wards in his local government. He won only one ward in 2020. I was the deputy governorship candidate to the late principal at the time. We won in that is my also. I also ran for House of Representatives in 2015 under APC. And I won the entire Elijah election, even though the opponent who ran under PDP also from Elijah. We both ran for House of Reps. I won in Elijah, and some part of Apoy, where he comes from. I lost the election because of some practices that we saw at the river end of the other side. And I went to the tribunal, I got judgment, but I lost at the appeal. So he cannot say he's more grassrooted than me. But they know both of us. We are from the same area. They know us.
In the post-election era,
yes,
are you willing and able to reach out to your political opponent in moving forward, a hand of fellowship? Are you able to do that?
Of course, we know ourselves, we are friends. If they are willing, for example, it is not only when you appoint somebody into your cabinet or as your aide, SSA or SA, before they can contribute, to the political, to the development of the state. As long as we have access to one another, free flow of communication, no bad blood, which doesn't exist this time around. And honestly, even though we are chasing the same cheese, as it were, it's not by fight or do or die or anything. We relate. When I picked my when I became governor, or when I won my primaries, he congratulated me. That is Agbola Ajayi. And when he won the PDP ticket, I congratulated him.
Has he called you since the announcement of your victory?
I've not seen that on my phone yet. I said maybe I'll check, maybe I missed his call, but I don't know. But for now, as much as I know right now, because I know my phone has been on silent because of meetings, declaration, meeting my brother governors and all of that. Maybe calls might have called me that I didn't take no, but the time.
Has any of the opponents called you or reached out to you?
I'm saying the same thing. I've not seen any yet.
Are you able to reach out to them for the sake of the unity of the state?
It's still very early. It's still very, very early. The declaration was just, by INEC was just some hours ago. And maybe I've missed some calls. By the time I relax back, I will check my call logs.
What I wanted to establish is whether or not you are willing across the aisle to reach out, hands of fellowship, and unite the people of Ondo State who may have been divided by the politics of this election.
Well, I don't know what you mean by divided by the politics of the election. We are not divided. It's just a choice. Once result is the outcome of the election is announced by the INEC, everybody come back. Political party is just a platform, a vehicle to take you to your destination. It's not. That's why they say no permanent enemy is permanent interest in politics. So I see that happening. During our engagement with INEC at the stakeholders meeting, we shook hands, we smiled, we relate very well. You can also see during the governorship debate, no mixed feelings. We relate, we hug, and we speak. We are brothers, seriously. Just that interests are different, And once you have access, they can advise. Constructive criticism is part of, good governance.
Let me take you to governance. You had promised in the campaign that you will complete all abandoned projects. Are you referring to the project under Aketi's government, former Governor Akeredolu? And if that is the case, which especially would you start with?
Thank you, Sheon. Let me reframe that. They were not abandoned. They were not. I didn't say abandoned project. I said I will complete all the projects that were started by the late governor to make sure I complete them. Some of them which he envisioned, that I also believe in, that I will also start them and complete them. That's it. So now when you say which of them I'm going to start with, I've already started. I've been in the office for the past 10 months.
Which is paramount to you the most?
That are already ongoing, that has not been completed. We have the Oyaribulem, bridge from Shagari Estate, the overhead bridge, which is ongoing, that will ease traffic from that area. We have the Oda Road, one of the legacy projects of this administration, the Oda Road, which is ongoing. The drainages and all that, the grading and stone base have been done. So the contractor has been on site since during the interregnum, during when he was sick. At the time during impeachment and all of that, contractors left site. But immediately I came back, I invited all of them that they should all move back to site. Then we have the Joka Road. All of these roads are there. And the one he talked about before to my hearing, which he didn't start at all, that is Okaro, down from Akure down to Idonri. That I'm going to start and finish it, the dualization of that road. So there are a lot of them,
Now, one or two things are very important here. There are those who believe that the time of Olusegun Mimiko is very outstanding in the state as a governor. The mother and child projects, the school projects, are you able to revitalize those initiatives?
They are running. We only try to make them function better. I always say this, that when one comes into government, either elected or maybe by the virtue of my own circumstance that brought me into power. You're not just, the structures for governance are already there. You have Ministry of Health, you have Ministry of Education, you have Transport, Agri, and all of these, and so on and so forth, the MDAs, Ministry, departments and agencies, they're there. And they are being mined by the civil servants, but in any government that comes in, you come with your political head and the commissioners and special advisors, headed. But the main structure has always been there. What we need to do is to make them function better.
Because the essence of in fact, at the time when Olusegun Mimiko was in office, it was being said, it was popular saying that a lot of people who are not from Ondo State come from other states to benefit from the free Medicare service for pregnant women.
Yes.
And you will get a telephone, you will get you get funding, and you will get almost free birth.
Yes.
Are you able to? It's still running.
Even
the Mother and Child Project.
Even age 0 to 5, they get free medical services. Apart from the pregnant women, yes, it's still running.
And the education projects.
Education, yes. We're renovating our schools, building new classrooms, and all of that. It depends. It's just nomenclature what you put. Mother and child. It's still very mother and child. Some, but its function is still running.
What would be your own legacy project, Governor Aiyedatiwa?
You see, if you say legacy, every sector of the society must be touched. But I want to say this to you: the deep sea port, part of the program, the project that was initiated, not just by current administration, it has been envisioned even during Agagu, that on those states you have a deep sea port because of our terrain, the natural draft that we have, which is the deepest in this part of the country, that doesn't require dredging. Deep sea port, Ondo Deep Sea Port Limited, started the actual execution, started with the late governor so that we can get a license, and that declaration was made before his demise, maybe about 2 months before his demise. I have been pushing for that, because there was some kind of error in the declaration which we're trying to correct. I've been able to do all of that. It's at the final stage of correction. And the moment that is done, investors are already waiting to move in to build, a port in Ondo State, deep sea port, where, to reduce the congestion at Tinkan and Apapa port. And don't forget also that we have a lot of product, in Ondo State that should be exported. So it will make it easier for people, especially our cocoa farmers. A lot of businesses are going to come up from that here in Ondo State.
Right.
The beauty men that have been waiting for deep sea port, that is the one legacy project that I'm going to pursue, apart from every other ones, that we will do.
The question will be that there were, and a lot of people would list a lot of things that you have done. They say you've done good in power, in this and that. But there are abandoned projects this time around. Olu, a glass company. There are a few of them, which are moribund now. And there are those who are thinking, and it's a major disease in our country today. You look around the country, you see moribund industries. We took our eyes off production and we were consuming money from oil. Now it's dawning on us that we need to go back to producing. Are you able to revive some of these industries?
Thank you, Sheol. See, Olua Glass cannot be regarded as an abandoned project.
But it's moribund.
It's moribund, which has been even before the late governor came to power. It's been moribund for many years. Reason would be that because it was fully owned by the state government, as it were, and run down. There are some, it is school of thought that believe that, which I also share, that there are certain things that government should not be involved in, going to like normal business that should be left in the hands of private sector. Because anything that is government fully owned, commercial, enterprise or venture sometimes it's not being run, properly because of this idea by people that this government own business, it's everybody's business. So that knack is not there to put some kind of the energy of the private sector, of profitability, and all that into it. So what government to do is actually provide enabling environment for
investors. Are you going to be doing that, Governor Aiyedatiwa?
Doing what?
Do you have the intention of reviving some of the industry? You're talking about partnership with the private sector.
Exactly.
Are you doing that?
For example, Oluwa Glass, it's not going to be called Oluwa Glass because the natural resources is there. We're just waiting for investor. Now, before COVID-19, there was this group of investors that came. They want to also build a factory for glass making. And apparently, one of them was a consultant to Ondo State government at the time when Oluwa Glass was built. So he thought Oluwa Glass would still be there. So he was shocked that Oluwa Glass, he actually visited the premises and they want to replicate the same, but this time it will be fully owned by the private investor, maybe about 5% for the state. But the COVID-19 came and they went back. They couldn't come back up to now. So we will look at that if they can come back. But is there a lot of other investors are talking, wanting to establish a glass factory in the southern senatorial where we have the tax sand in that area, which is a major raw material for glass making. Now, if on ceramic, we're having discussion with a foreign company who want to bring in about, I think $5 million initial investment amount to revamp it and, so that it can be producing because the raw material is there. So we are discussing with a lot of these people.
I hope that you will not be regarded as discussion, MOU governor or whatever, because that's what a lot of
Rome is not built in a day.
The question is that the people of Ondo State would like to know, yes. Are you going to be the active governor who will work for the people of the state?
That's exactly who I am.
That's
why they have renewed the mandate.
And day and night for the next 4 years, work for them.
The reason why they renew the mandate for me, because they have seen what I've been able to do in the last 10 months.
So it's going to be serious business.
Serious
and that's your
business.
Commitment tonight.
Of course, serious business. What else do I want to do?
Are you also able to look back at home? There are a lot of communities that are in a sorry state in the riverine area where you come from. And they will be looking for that one of us, or our son, is a governor. Are you going to change the face of the riverine communities in Ondo State? Just have about 20 seconds for that.
Just look out for that. It's going to happen. We're starting with Aiyedatiwa community. Even the discussion is on the mapping and everything. The consultant, they visited the place twice, and we're mapping out how that is going to happen. In partnership with the federal government, because the state alone cannot turn around the face of that region, that part of the state. It's not possible. The ecological problem, don't forget, that is where we are getting the crude oil, that make Ondo State, that makes Ondo State to be an oil-producing state.
Well, we're totally out of time, Governor. But before we go, if you can tell the people of Ondo State, probably look into that camera behind me, what would you like to be remembered for? You just have 10 seconds to say that to the people.
Well, people of Ondo State will definitely remember me. The man they give the renewed mandate for, that the whole 18 local government voted for. And not only that, that the one who came and served them very well, because the mandate they have given to me with the number of local governments and the number of votes has placed a burden on me to do better for my people. And they will remember me for good service.
Governor Lucky Orimison Aiyedatiwa, thank you so much and congratulations again on your victory. Thank you so much indeed for being part of the program.
Thank you for having me.
Well, that's our show for tonight, everyone. Many thanks for being part of our coverage of the Ondo State governorship election. On behalf of the crew in Channel Television, I'm Sean Akimale. God bless Nigeria.